Hello and welcome back to Pabbly. In this video, we are going to understand how to create WebinarJam Registrants from Zoho Form submission. So I receive a lot of form submissions through Zoho Forms, and here my objective is that whenever I'm going to receive a new form submission, then automatically using the details, a new registrant for the same should be created in my WebinarJam account under a specific webinar. So now here to automate the entire process, I need to connect my Zoho Forms with my WebinarJam account using an automation software named as Pabbly Connect. So now here to see the working of this automation and to learn this process step by step, let me take you all to my screen. Welcome to my screen. So here on my screen you can see my WebinarJam account where I am hosting some webinars, and here I've created a registration form for the same using Zoho Forms. So basically here my objective is that whenever I'm going to receive a new form submission through my Zoho Forms, then automatically using the details, a new registrant for the same should be created in my WebinarJam account under this specific webinar that I'm hosting with the name Digital Growth Secrets. Alright, so now here I've already built an automation where I've connected my Zoho Forms with my WebinarJam account using an automation software. And now firstly in this video we are going to see the working of this amazing automation by simply making a form submission. So now here let me take you to my forms. So this is my form that I've already created with the name Workshop Registration Form. And here you can see I've pre-filled some details such as first name, last name, email address and the phone number. So now here after entering all the required details, I'm going to click on the submit, and here you can see we have successfully made a form submission over here. So now let's go and check our WebinarJam account. So here we are going to click on this registrants and see whether a new registrant has been created or not. So here we are going to select our particular webinar and then we are going to click on this go. And here you can see we have successfully created a new webinar registrant with the name test student. Here you can see the country code, phone number and the email address. So with this we have successfully seen the working of this amazing automation. And now here in this video we are going to learn step by step that how you can set up this automation by simply connecting your Zoho Forms with your WebinarJam account using an automation software named as Pabbly Connect. So to access the Pabbly Connect, you need to search for pabbly.com/connect in your browsers, and it will take you to the homepage of Pabbly Connect. So this is the homepage of Pabbly Connect, but here before moving forward, let me all tell you about the Pabbly community. So this is the Pabbly community where automation users, business owners and marketers connect. You can ask questions, share your workflows and get instant replies and helpful feedback from others who have faced these similar challenges. It is an active and supportive space to learn and grow together. And now you can find the link to join the Pabbly community in the description box below. Make sure to check it out and join the Pabbly community as soon as possible. Alright, so let's move back to our Pabbly Connect's homepage, and now here you can see two options. One is sign in and the another one is sign up free. If you're a new user, click on sign up free and get free 100 tasks every month to explore the software. And if you're an existing user, click on sign in. Here I'm an existing user, so I'm going to click on the sign in. Now after signing in, here you can see our Pabbly apps window where you can see all the applications of Pabbly. So you can see one software with so many useful applications. So in this video, we are going to integrate our different applications, and for that we are going to use Pabbly Connect by clicking on this access now. Now this is the dashboard of Pabbly Connect, and here to build my connection, I need to create a workflow first. So for that I'm going to click on this create workflow button given on the top right corner. Now here it is asking me to select the workflow builder. So you can see two options. One is new beta and the another one is classic. So basically beta version is modern, faster and more flexible, whereas classic one is stable and the familiar approach. So in this video we are going to use this newly launched beta version by clicking on the select button, and then a create workflow dialog box has appeared in front of us. So here we are going to give a name to our workflow first that says create WebinarJam Registrants from Zoho Form submission. Alright, so this is our workflow name, and then here's asking me for the folder. So now here in the left side corner of this dashboard you can see a folder section under which you can see the multiple folders that I've already created with different names to save my workflows accordingly. So in this particular case I'm going to select my folder as automations. You can select the folder as per your need, or Also, you can create multiple folders to save your workflows accordingly. And now here to learn how to create a new folder inside Pabbly Connect, you need to click on this Learn More hyperlink given over here, and it will take you to a forum window where you can see all the instructions to how to create a new folder inside Pabbly Connect. Alright, so let's move back to our Pabbly's dashboard, and here to create a new workflow, I'm going to click on this Create button given over here. Now here in this workflow window, you can see we have successfully created a workflow, and here let me tell you that there are two most important principles of an automation process, that are trigger and action. Where trigger says when this happens and action says do this. That means action is a response towards your trigger. Your automation can have a single trigger but multiple action steps. Now let's begin with our automation by simply setting up our trigger. So we are going to click on this add trigger button, and here as you all know that I am receiving new form submissions through Zoho Forms. So I'm going to select my trigger application as Zoho Forms and my app event as new form submitted. And then we are going to click on this connect, and here you can see I've received a webhook URL. That means here I'm going to use this webhook URL to connect my Zoho Forms with Pabbly Connect. So here following the instructions given below, firstly I'm going to copy this webhook URL, and here I've already logged in my Zoho Forms account. So this is my Zoho Forms account, and here you can see the forms that I've already created. So in this particular case, we are going to use a form that I've created with the name Workshop Registration Form. So I'm going to click on this edit option, and here you can see my form builder. So now we're going to click on this integrations option given in the top bar. And here we are going to scroll it little down, and here on the left side you can see we have received the option for the webhooks. So I'm going to select that as I'm using integration method as webhook over here, and then here's asking me for the webhook URL, content type and authorization type. So for the webhook URL, I'm going to remove this previously existing webhook URL, and here I'm going to enter the new webhook URL that I've received in my Pabbly's workflow. So this is the new webhook URL, and here for the content type I'm going to select application JSON, and here for the authorization type you need to select general. Alright, let's move forward. Here you need to add the payload parameters. So basically these are the parameters of your form. So you need to select those parameters of which you want to receive the response. Alright, so I've selected the payload parameters, and then we are going to click on the save given over here. And here you can see we have successfully saved these settings. Alright, so here you can see we have successfully saved these settings. So let's move back to our Pabbly's workflow, and with this we have successfully set up a webhook inside our Zoho Forms. That means we have successfully connected our Zoho Forms with Pabbly Connect. So now here you can see as it is waiting for webhook response. That means here to receive a webhook response, we need to do a test submission. And to do a test submission, we need to generate a test response in our Zoho Forms. So for that, let me all take you back to my forms. Here I'm going to access the form that I've created, and then here I'm going to enter some dummy details and make a form submission. So for the first name, I'm going to enter the name as latest. And here for the last name, I'm going to enter the name as student. Here for the email, I'm going to enter the email as lateststudent@pabblytudes.com. Here for the phone number, we are going to enter a random phone number. And then we are going to click on this submit, and it says thank you, your response has been submitted. That means we have successfully made a form submission over here. So let's go and check our Pabbly's workflow, and here you can see we have successfully received a response over here where we have received the phone number, last name, first name, and the email address of that lead, or you can say for that registrant. So with this we have successfully set up our trigger over here. So once we have received a new form submission through our Zoho Forms, then automatically using the details, I want to create a new registrant in my WebinarJam account under that specific webinar. So for that I'm going to add an action step over here. Here I'm going to select my action application as WebinarJam, and then here I'm going to select the app event as register a person to a webinar. Then we are going to click on this connect. Here to build a new connection, I'm going to select add a new connection. If your WebinarJam account is already connected with Pabbly Connect, then you can click on select existing connection. And now here to build a new connection is asking me to enter the API key. So following the instructions given below, here I've already logged in my WebinarJam account, and from here I'm going to select webinars. Now here in this webinars, I'm going to select that particular webinar that I'm hosting, and for which I'm going to create a new registrants. And from here I'm going to click on this advanced option given over here, and then I'm going to select API custom integration. And here you can see we have received the API key. So I'm going to copy it, moving back to Pabbly's workflow, and here I'm going to paste the API token. Now here after entering the API token, I'm going to click on the save, and here you can see we are now successfully connected. So moving forward, and then it is asking me to select the webinar. So here I need to select the webinar under which I want to create new registrants. So here I've already told you that I have my webinar with the name Digital Growth Secrets. So I'm going to select that, and then it is asking me for the first name, last name, email, and some other details. So now here instead of entering these details manually, here I'm going to map the data. Mapping data means insert data from previous step. That means here I'm going to map the data from the response that I received in my trigger step or my previous action steps. Mapping makes our text dynamic so that when you're going to receive new form submission through our Zoho Forms, then automatically this previously existing detail will be updated with the new one. So here for the first name, I'm going to map the first name. So this is the first name. Here I'm going to map the last name, scrolling little down. Here for the email, I'm going to map the email address. Here you can see the schedule, date and time. It has automatically been selected over here, so I'm not going to change it. And here for the phone country code, I'm going to enter the country code manually because here all my registrants will be from India only. So I'm going to add the country code so that no mistakes should be done. And then here for the phone number, we are going to map the phone number. Alright, so now here after entering all the required details, I'm going to click on the save and send test request given over here. And here you can see we have received a successful response. That means we have successfully created a new registrant in our WebinarJam account. So let's go and check it. Here I'm going to move to the registrants, and here I'm going to select that particular webinar, and then I'm going to click on this go. And here you can see we have successfully created a new registrant over here with the name latest student. Here you can see the phone country code. Here you can see the phone number and the email address of the registrant. So with this, we have successfully set up entire automation. Now let me summarize this whole video for you. So here we have selected our trigger as Zoho Forms and our action as WebinarJam, so that when you're going to receive new form submission through our Zoho Forms, then automatically using the details, a new registrant will be created in our WebinarJam account under a specific webinar. Alright, so these were the steps to how to create WebinarJam registrants from Zoho Form submissions. I hope these steps were clear to you. Now if you want to use the same workflow, then you can find the clone link in the description box below. I hope you liked the video, and now if you found this video helpful, then don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more automation tutorials. See you in the next video, and if you have any doubts, feel free to drop them in the comments below. That's all for this video. Thanks for watching. Not only these applications, you can integrate many other applications with Pabbly Connect. Now if you have any doubt, then you can email us at support@pabbly.com. If you have any query, then you can write it at forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any pricing related issue, then you can visit www.pabbly.com. Now if you liked the video, then please subscribe to our channel and share it with your friends.